Hi artists, this is the Georgia O'Keeffe activity for 3rd and 4th grade. I am going to show you a different way to look at objects and draw them in the style of Georgia O'Keeffe, which means that we are magnifying it a lot. So right here I have my flower. And I'm going to use the red one, my ranunculus. It's one of my favorite flowers. I picked it out of my garden this morning. What I did was I took a picture on my phone, a different phone, of the ranunculus. And what I'm going to do is just blow that up and only look at part of it. So now you're not seeing the whole flower. You're really up close on it. And this is what I'm going to draw. So I'm going to show you in slow motion, or sorry, time lapse, so that it goes faster, so you're not watching me draw forever. How I'm going to do this, I'm going to use only colored pencils, but you could use crayons too. Markers isn't going to really work for this because we're going to shade and blend. If you have chalk pastels, oil pastels, or anything like that at home, you can use that instead. Okay, so stay tuned and you'll see the demo. Bye. Okay, artists, back here with my Georgia O'Keeffe example, and this is the final. If you saw when I was making the drawing, I kept showing you places on the phone where the picture where I was drawing. If you notice, when I started, I did not do any dark darks. I built up color with blues and greens and browns to get the different shades. We learned about that in the beginning of the year with shading, but I doubt that you remember. And if you noticed, I shaded in the direction of the flower. The flower comes up like this. And so in order to get it to look a little three-dimensional, you have to shade it like this, okay? And where, if you look at it when you're looking at your photograph, you can see down in here on the flower, it's darker, which is what this is. And I did not go in with black until the very end. Even up here where it is black, I started with purple and blue, then went to brown, and then went to black. And that technique that I used, if you saw, was like little circles. It's like scrumbling, which is another technique instead of just shading like I was like this. If you want to mix in crayons, I would do it at the very end because you can't do color pencil over top of crayons. It won't blend anymore. Not crazy about this part, but it needed something because everything was up here. So I put a little bit of the leaves in, very abstracted, not really looking like the leaves in real life. So this is a long project. It took me a very long time to do this. So take your time, take breaks if you need to, listen to music while you're doing it, however you want. I think that looking at the phone with the picture is a really good technique, but I also had my flower here. so that I could look at that too. Remember to look at the picture while you are sketching it and while you are shading it. I looked at it the whole time. I kept having to refresh the screen on the phone so that I could see it. This, remember, is a drawing from observation, not what you think that your flower looks like. You need to look at the object so that you can render it correctly. Okay, have fun. Make a big flower. By the way, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. This might be a nice gift. Bye. Okay, one last thing. Remember to, you have to layer the color pencils to get this kind of dark. And if you look at it real close, like this, you're gonna see all the different colors, and it doesn't look as good as when you look at it from far away. So take a step back from your project and look at it every once in a while so that you can see if you're getting it drawn correctly. Okay, have fun.